If you don't want to be just like you were last year in December, watch this. This is the blueprint to becoming unrecognizable by December. Now, most people set goals and quit in 3 weeks. Not because they're weak, but because the goals don't have systems. This year, we build those systems, we build identity, we can build you to make those changes happen. But this year, we have 3 rules to employ those strategies. 1. We got no more waiting to feel ready. You all know that one person, or you may not, but there's a pretty good chance you do. They said they would do this thing in 2026 on their manifestations or their affirmations, whatever it's called, their goal list. They said they would do it and they'll wait until January 1st to implement those changes. That's not what you want to do. You no more waiting to feel ready. Take action now. Stop procrastinating, and that it creates readiness for you to do those habits. Also shows you're not, blinded by a time interval or something meant to be something. Now, process is always above motivation. Emotion does not matter in this scenario. The system always does. Now, you need to track everything weekly. If you can't measure it, you cannot improve it. For example, if you could lift a certain weight, for instance in the gym, or you could lift a certain grocery bag to help your mother, if you continually do that every single week, your strength increases, your muscle increases, and as a result, you need to progressively overload. This is a crucial factor. You need to increase the weight so your muscles grow stronger. So you don't get used to the same weight and you don't get any new muscle growth. You will not improve if you do not keep going up. The mistake that most people make is that they start off big and then they plateau or they maintain, and they wonder why they're not seeing any results. Now, here's a system that I personally employed. Other than the gym example, I started with 3 minutes a day in this meditation app called Medito. Right over here, this app. Now, in this app, what you can do is you can click this button right over here, Your Daily, and mine set at 20 minutes. Now, I started out with 3 minutes. This was me. But this was in August of 2024. But now I consistently do 20 minutes of meditation a day. Not only that, but you can see it in my streak here that I am not lying to you. This is all legit, and you can find this in my meditation video as well, which I have a full guide on how to do. But people, you need to start off small, just like meditation. Not start with the biggest, because then you'll get fatigued. You just won't have much. You need to drop your ego on this one. Start small and then progressively build up to the point where that guy that lifted heavy, or that guy that started out with the most, he plateaued, or he just stuck to the same comfortable heavy weights while you kept going up, and he's wondering how you did it, or she. Now, you need to pick one lift to improve this year, or multiple if you're ambitious. Now, every Monday, you need to have 1 minute meditation. This is just meditation. You can do any habit you want. By April, you got 20 minutes. 3 months of time, 3 months consistency, discipline, and effort. And your brain is a weapon, not a prison anymore. You take control of your life. Now, quantifiable example, let's just say that. Say you're doing a squat, and the squat weight is, I don't know, it's X weight. You increase that plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Or if it's 55, 65, 75, 85, week by week. Or, actually it's 5 pounds, so you should probably do 60, 65, not 10. It's a little bit too much, but, like sprinting times, that's what I do. Because I'm on the track team, I also do sprinting every day, which I, again, made a video on. And if you want to check that out, but I progressively overload the sprinting intensity over time, and not only that, but I also increase the reps, like how much you're doing. Like for example, if you're doing 6 times 100 meter sprints, you do 7 times 100 meter sprints. You gotta progressively overload. Now, you need to choose a daily habit to make non-negotiable. For example, you could do cold shower, make your bed immediately, walk 5,000 steps minimum, read 5 pages, and no scrolling until, or just don't scroll at all. But which is what you should do. You should never scroll. But you should honestly also imply. I'm just saying you could, but gratitude journaling and meditation, if paired together, will increase your mental health more than anything else, other than socializing and some of the big obvious factors. But now, the thing about gratitude journaling is that it forces you to consciously internalize the things that you already have. For example, if you have your parents here, be grateful that you have them, because you may not have them in a few years. And if you don't have your parents right now, you need to appreciate what they were to you when they were still alive, and to appreciate the things that are still with you, and imagine your life without them. It'll be vastly horrible. Just imagine the gut-wrenching feeling if your loved ones, parents, they're gone. But you can return to the present and realize that you have them. And that's one lesson you need to take through this. You need to realize that you need to appreciate the progress you've had, and you cannot allow negative thinking to hijack your mind at all. You need to drop your ego at all costs and start slow, and then compound with the rest with this progressive overload strategy. Now, another aspect you can do for social aspect, talk to a person you don't know once a week, compliment, ask a question, make someone's day. Now, stop trying to change your life with motivation, but rather with consistency and effort and gratitude. Gratitude is an essential one to realize how much progress you've made over the course of months. Now, I personally don't do this, but I should, and I probably should very soon. But you should start building a calendar with a bullet list on the screen that says Monday, increase difficulty by 1%. Tuesday to Thursday, execute your baseline. Friday, do something academically challenging like studying an extra hour. Saturday, review your wins, your failures, journal about it. Especially if it's gratitude journaling, instant S tier. Extremely good for you. And Sunday, you reset and plan the rest of your week. Now, failures are fuel. You need to adjust, not quit. You don't want to see failure as failure. For instance, if you can't hit a meditation session one day, decrease the amount of minutes and then do it. The next day you can increase. Next day you can increase. Stop saying failure is failure, because this is only short-term stuff that is hijacking your mind and is butchered, I say, by negative thinking. If you increase, this is the long-term picture versus the short-term picture. If you keep doing this, maybe a little bit hiccup, but it keeps going up. There's a lot of hiccups and bumpy roads along the way. You see any successful person, they say they got a lot of bumpy roads along the way. It's the same thing here. but there's a lot of bumpy roads on the way. You cannot let your ego and negative thinking mind hijack you in your situation. If you employ gratitude journaling and see this progressive mindset, you will be successful in what you're trying to accomplish. Now, on December 31st this year, the old you is gone. It's gone. Not because you wished, but because it is built. And you need to employ the strategies that I told you, or you just watch this entire video for absolutely no reason. Hope you guys have a good one, and I wish you Happy New Year's Eve if you're watching this on that time.